Hola, buenos dias, and bienvenido. Brian Loma's car. How is everyone? We were just checking out some security guards on 16th Street. Brian made a few friends, as per usual.
Yeah, check that video out. It's only available on YouTube.live.
TrueTube.live is seeking justice and cut the plastic. The British Bulldog has very good fish and chips.
We're gonna go back there. Like, live.
We're in 5 Points, 22nd and Park. This particular intersection has been swept 5 or 6 times this summer, and it is absolutely full. These people have nowhere to go. They sweep it and it's full again within a week. Maybe 50 tents.
Oh yeah, that's just half the block there.
And that's just half a block.
It's you.
Yeah, in a funny outfit.
You know the rock. This is how much you know they love you.
Yeah, they have rocks in the median. It's California and I don't know, 23rd or so.
Park Avenue West.
22nd, but yeah, Park Avenue and 22nd is D Hall, Denver Homeless Out Loud's office. That's not why these tents are here. These tents are here because people have nowhere to go.
No, but there are the two bathrooms outside of D-Hole don't hurt.
Yeah, that is nice. They put two bathrooms, two porta potties that the city didn't pay for, that Denver Homeless Out Loud paid for. Another few tents there, and then there are these tents. This is just no way to treat humanity. Get these rocks out here.
Well, you know, if they got half the street closed so we can have a bar in the road.
Yeah, and you know it's a shame. It's a shame for the businesses too. I mean, they don't need that. I mean, I don't blame the people because they have a need to be somewhere. But again, I mean, the point isn't that we think these folks should be allowed to stay like this. The point is they have nowhere to go. Okay, look at this.
They moved the rock.
The wealthiest country in the history of humanity, but the down and out just they don't get a place to go. That's what they want. We don't want them to be able to continue to do this. It's not good for them. It's not safe. It's not good for business. But again, the issue is they have nowhere to go. So what we'd like is a temporary safe occupancy site. Temporary being the key word. Place to connect them to services, place where they can be safe and warm. Denver has, I think, one or two, but there's only like 20 square feet and 20 tents. I mean, the need is 30 times that. But those folks are serviced with, food and connected to the services, and hopefully are given a hand out of their situation. It's really frustrating to me when I post and I do activism and I go to these meetings and I get back, well, what do you think? Would you let them live in your property? And the answer is yes, actually I would, but that's not the point. The point isn't that they be allowed to stay where they are. That's not the point. The point is they have nowhere else to go, and they should be given a temporary safe space that's away from retail business, so they can get through the pandemic. And also, a lot of people don't know that in the U.S., 380 law enforcement officers, not including the family, 380 died from COVID last year. And that's not including who got sick. That's not including their family members. That's just LEOs, police themselves. And that's just the death number. And that is 10 times more than were killed by gunshots. So when the city sends these police officers out to sweep the unhoused, they're really hurting the police officers as well. It's not fair to them, and we already asked them to, go hands on if someone's being robbed or attacked, and that's their duty, and they do it. But this isn't police work to send them out to communities of unhoused people and force them to move their tents. It's not right. It's not fair. I don't care what any of their attitudes are. That will take an emotional toll on them as well someday. They'll think back, well, boy, I wish I hadn't done that. And they're ordered to do it. I think I don't know how many. Do you think they get OT, Brian? I don't know how it works, like inside
Oh,
the
do they
DPD.
fucking get OT? They get OT at time and a half before 8 o'clock in the morning to sit outside in their cars and harass the unhoused for 2.5, 3 hours before the work shift in.
Yeah, and
They get up early to get paid, baby.
yeah. So there were some issues there, but it shouldn't be. They shouldn't be asked to do it or allowed to do it, as the case may be. What the city really needs is help for unhoused, and particularly mental illness. I see the same people year after year, week after week, who are just in such desperate need of help. Uh, and you can sit back and say, well, a lot of them don't want help.
No, you don't have to.
But like she said,
No, because I literally just leave it like this right here. Right?
oh, neat. I don't have any tools.
Just talk.
Also, what she said, I don't have any tools. Oh, actually, we're coming up on the perfect safe occupancy site, which is Lincoln Park, which for political reasons, because it was where Occupy was 10 years ago. There's the tent. It's been fenced off. But this is the perfect safe occupancy site, and the reason is it's away from business. It's near services. Don't tell me about drugs. There's Denver's open air drug market, 24/7, 365. You come get whatever you want. And lately, no one cares at all. So it's not about mitigating drug use. That is an issue, but to say that people in tents have drugs is as a blanket excuse for what the city's doing is not going to fly. Because I could show you 10 drug deals within 5 minutes. I could get whatever I want within 5 minutes if I had the money. And so that doesn't fly either. It's just the wrong policy. And it's frustrating to me more people don't speak up and help their fellows. And there's another British pub. I've never been there, but
And that one might have.
yeah, maybe. Well, funny, that light there where Tara serves is on. Funny how it works right now. Tara's not there. But I'd say Virya and Tara. Cats Not Cops and Virya.
Where when did Tara say? It'll say my day.
Well, she used to. Oh, okay. But that light is out. When people try to help each other, that light goes out suspiciously. Yeah. And then Virya has to drag a 100-pound generator out of her van.
I know, right?
She's just a hero.
Yes, they are. You should see the clothing that's piling up in Jess Wiederholt's garage at her front living room right now.
Is she the nurse?
Huh?
Is she the nurse, Jess? Oh, okay. Who's the Jess who saved that guy the other day?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Occupy Denver, the guy was choking. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Janet's Kitchen, the guy was choking.
Yeah, you know what? I can play that.
Um,
Also, I don't.
There's there's a woman named Jess, really pretty young, but she just stepped in, and a lot of people were getting really excited and wanting to do the wrong thing, but she really did well, stepped in and took control. Kyle did too.
Yeah, I just stayed on keeping the line moving and keeping people distracted.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, and you directed the.
That was
Yeah.
a good way to stay.
Absolutely, there are too many cooks really quickly, but it's nice to have someone who knows what they're doing to.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, that rack. That wasn't there earlier this year.
no.
There was none of that. It was all grass and encampment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to Washington and figure out where the sweep is tomorrow.
Sounds good.
The traumatic displacement.
Now we're
is
in
coming to-
North Capitol Hill. We're going to check out where the sweeps are. I mean, they've been here this week already. So we'll check out.
That's the one here full of stuff.
That's stuff for their house. Brian had already been out to Goodwill today and pre-storm. He always does that. And pulled up his car and emptied it. Helping people with winter clothes.
We got a bushel of stock.
Bushel of stock.
A bushel of stock. It was actually 3 shopping bags. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there was a bushel of stock. There was a 10, 15 blankets, a jacket, bras, underwear, socks. So you see all this fencing's already up.
Yeah.
They're not going to be sleeping here inside the Argonaut.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go see. They're not at the Fillmore.
It's incredible.
At the thinking place.
It's incredible how much effort they'll put into doing the wrong things. And again, it's not that activists think people should be quote unquote allowed to be here forever or to live that way. We don't want that. What we would like is them to have a temporary safe place where they can have their pet, or they can be together if they're a couple, and be treated like human beings, and get connected with services and get a hand up. Yeah, business is starting to come back in the city. These last couple of weeks in particular, a lot more traffic, a lot more retail foot traffic on the mall and out here. I notice there's a lot more people than there were a month ago. Which I'm not sure it's justified given these variants coming out, but it is what it is. People just can't anymore stay home.
It's the police department. Who's fucking sleeping at the police department? Nobody. That's what we should do from that camp right here. The flyer says tomorrow it's 16 Colfax in Washington. Nobody's sleeping.
Hmm.
See? Who would sleep outside the gym? No one.
We'll look into it tonight and see what's what. Maybe they boogied already. If you have resources, people, and you want to help the unhoused, one thing that they could really use is a cell phone. I mean, think about you get sideways, you lose your apartment, can't pay your bills. What does that mean? That means no cell phone. Okay, so all of a sudden you can't get a job, you can't apply for a job, you can't look to see who has openings. So I was thinking, I don't. It's easy to say, but it'd be nice if someone could buy some track phones, some disposable phones, and hand them out, because that would really give people a leg up in getting out of their situation. Think of trying to figure out where to go, how to be without a phone.
Gauss.
Right. So Brian Noam and I are just kind of driving
Who's
around the
running
city.
it? Anybody know?
No, there's just one person there. Oh, it's Carol. Hey, Carol. Say hi to Carol.
Hi, Carol Funk.
Carol, we're still mad at you for burning the shit out of those strawberry croissants.
No, no, we're not.
Sure we
Stop
are.
telling her that shit.
I mean, I was looking so forward to those. And,
Two or three. There's the encampment.
oh, she made more? She burned it back.
Yeah, that was got 2 or 3 or something. Okay, it'll be all right.
Never been to Chiba Hut.
You ever been to Chiba Hut?
No.
That's because you're not a stoner.
Yeah.
They make
Oh,
it's Subway but better.
there you are.
There we are.
Yeah.
That's right.
So there is an encampment here. It's very small. Well, maybe it's not.
No.
Let me take a look. But here again, this is a Chiba Hut, and there's Slice Works, and here again, it's not something that permanently should be quote unquote allowed. The issue is treating them like a human being and having some place to go. Because what happens is they don't have anywhere to go, they don't have the resources, and they'll lose a lot of their stuff, which
Hold
may
that thought for a second. Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. We are at the intersection of Colfax and Washington, where tomorrow morning there will be a unhoused traumatic displacement. In the car and narrating today, the attorney Robert Gauss focuses on bankruptcy law. Happy hippie, hello and welcome. Also, Carol Funk is in the chat on Robert and maybe some others. So I just want to give you all an update what's going on. We're looking at the mitigation of human beings without a relocation plan because their waste, their debris, and their humanity are unwanted in this location by some, anyway. You were saying?
Yeah, the idea is to give them somewhere to go temporarily. It's not to, burden this business with this permanently. It's not good for anyone, the policy that we have now.
No.
Still, I'm going to go with Brian's stream.
Yeah.
Well, I only got Carol.
4, 5.
Wow.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Yeah, here we are, greatest city in America, greatest country in the world, rather. Can't even take care of.
Old folks, young folks.
Yeah, old folks, young folks. 25% of Denver's. If you're a quote unquote bootlicker type, and you're staring at this with a frown on your face, you should understand that 25% of Denver's unhoused are veterans, according to the MDHI report that came out last year. So here you have someone who served the country, and maybe they got PTSD, and yeah, maybe they developed an alcohol problem or whatnot, and they got sideways with their wife and or girlfriend, and now they're on the street because of their problem that they got serving our country. And now they're on the street in the tent, and the police are going to come along and tell them, no, you can't stay there, even until, you find a place to go. You just cannot be there. And no, we don't have a place for you to go. Well, they had a place for them when they needed them to go run around Iraq, track down Saddam Hussein, and do everything we asked of them. But now that they're damaged, wow, look at this. This is tragic.
Now that they're there.
Now that they're damaged, they're not, they're not seen as human beings anymore. They're seen as something to be pushed around. Anyway, I'm going to start off and go with Brian's cut the plastic, or is it seeking justice today?
I might cut.
Cut the plastic.
Yeah.